Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everybody. My name is Slendermancer, and welcome back to Woods. Here we have something else special for you today. Here we have Colin from Buffalo, who just won our OTS. Other things Colin is known for is just overall really a duelist, one of the best in Western New York altogether. Just top 32 at Orlando, right?
Yeah, top 64, and then I won the 64 to get top 32.
Yeah. Overall, really good duelist. And what did you just win our OTS with?
Thank you. And I won the OTS with nothing special. It was just Ryzeal Fiendsmith. Something I'm pretty comfortable with.
Yeah.
I've been playing this for like pretty much the entirety of the format, so I just like honestly wanted to play Malice. Like I've been wanting to play Malice because like I honestly it's just like really fun. And I just decided like run it with the Ryzeal deck one more time before I drop it. Oh,
That's
then I
fair.
ended up winning.
Yeah,
So.
it's like please don't leave me yet. Please don't leave me yet. But yeah, if you did have Malice at the time, I don't know if you have Malice fully built yet or not. Would you have brought
Nope.
it instead of this, or
No, I mean, like I said, I have like I'm new to Malice, like very new. Like obviously, I know like the standard stuff, but I don't want to take a deck that I don't really know well, to a tournament. So I just wanted to bring something comfortable with, and then now I have like a month to play Malice. So
fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. All
and
right, let's get into the list.
okay, so um, it's pretty standard, like I said. But I'll run through quick reasonings of like why I did things. So I played three ice, three X, two sword, and one node, and also obviously three bomb fire. Those are like the Ryzel cards, and then the field spells down here because that's like a brick, but whatever.
Yeah,
Really quick, people usually like sometimes play three sword. Obviously, if I played 41, that would be the 41st card, but I like to keep my decks to 40. And opening sword in tandem with like Lurie and Lacrima are like the worst hands. So I'm trying to minimize those hands as much as you can. So it's definitely the worst of the other ones, but like there's nothing wrong with maxing out on them. But like I think that two works out great. I never missed the third, so like honestly, I never missed the third in like any tournament I've ever played. So like it's not like it comes up. It's just sometimes it makes your hands better through extending.
yeah,
So two sword is good for me. I play the one node. Those are obvious things. I play three engraver, one lacrima, one lurie, and I play two tracked. I think two tracked is like the perfect number, and then the one brick paradise. Is there any questions on that, Dom?
So for the sword, like the reason I understand it,
Mhm.
you just want to optimize consistency here, which is why you cut it down to 40, just deck math and everything like that. Because like you
Yep.
said, the hands with sword plus Lurie and Lacrima are awkward, and it's just like
Abysmal.
you
Yep.
rather just be able to consistently get to your full combo without minimalizing those awkward hands. And then the Fiendsmith
Right.
stuff, of course, with tracked at 2, so if you have an engraver in hand, you're able to discard it to
Yeah, there's
search
multiple
it
different
out.
reasons for two tracks, but
Yeah.
I think track's the perfect number of two.
Oh, absolutely. I
Uh,
agree.
yep. And you could say the same thing about opening these two with ice. Thing is though, if you normal summon sword, like it's guaranteed getting hit with a Veiler or Imperm. So when you open like just sword and these two, you always have to start normaling these. That's something that everybody should know. It's like this. It's like weaker, but it's the safer route. So, yeah, we run through that. Now, this one talents right here is for side pattern reasons. Also, it's for like crossout designator, um, which hasn't come up as much now that like people are moving towards Metaltronus and things. Um, but this card was the third sword. So I did cut the third sword for the one talents so that I could just for side pattern purposes and we'll really quick go through these, and I'll go back to this because I have something to say about it.
Oh, absolutely.
Play three Ash, three Veiler, three Fualos, three Nib. I play two Bestials, one Ghost Ogre also for side pattern reasons and crossout, and three Imperm. Now
Yeah.
this is 18 hand traps in the main deck,
Disgusting.
which gives you over a 75% chance to draw two of them every single time, which is huge for the program.
Yeah.
The one talents is something that I kind of like how I think of this deck is you have, so I'm gonna put, okay, so here's your three bricks. You got your one cross, your one paradise, and your one node. Those are your three bricks that, or you don't, cards you don't necessarily want to draw. Um, so you have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 engine cards. So you have 18 engine cards. You have 3, 6, 9, 18 hand traps, and then you have the three bricks, and then the one talent kind of bridges the hand traps and the engine together. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, you know what I mean. So it's like that's how I see the deck list. It's like just like a 40 card like perfection masterpiece in
Oh,
my eyes.
absolutely. It's
I think the
perfectly
deck like
even.
right. It like makes complete sense to me. The numbers, the math is there. So like the deck for me is solved. I probably wouldn't change a damn thing unless a ban list dropped. So this will probably be like this is the exact same main deck I played at Orlando as well
Very
that I
nice, very
topped with.
nice.
So
Yeah. If it ain't
yeah,
broke, don't fix it. And then I love
right,
Talus
right,
as well. Like Talon is
right.
such a
Like I
good
had no
card.
issues. The deck just performed really, really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, the deck list was perfect for me. I wouldn't change a thing. Anyways, you want to do extra deck first or side deck?
We can do side deck first and then kind of go down.
Okay. Okay, so side deck is obvious 3 Lancia and 3 Cat because you have to respect Malice when they go first. It's really hard to win
Yeah.
a lot of times. Sometimes they open awkward those and you can capitalize on it, but when they open good, it's really hard to win. Um, 2 Perulia because it's also part of side pan reasons and it's really good into like the Mitsu Ryzeal and Pure Ryzeal, and also it's really good into Mermail. I play one Droll, not for necessarily going second, but it's also for crossout. I do have it in my side pattern for things like Mitsu and Mermail because you have to stop them.
Yeah.
But like it's mostly for I do not side this into the mirrors or Malice like ever. Like
Makes
only
sense.
only only specifically Mitsu Ryzeal because you have to stop that, and Mermail, like combo oriented decks. So, but it's mostly for going first for crossout.
Yeah.
Those are my yeah, those are like the 9 hand traps on the
Yeah.
side, and then the obvious things called by 3 crossout for going first. And I play 1 Harpies for the release of Blue Eyes. I played it for. It's not like the greatest in the Blue Eyes, but if you open like a hand trap with Harpies, it's pretty solid. So I
Yeah.
play it for like mostly Blue Eyes and like random rogue decks. But this was Gaga Got Cowboy, but Gaga I literally don't like rarely go into time. So like I didn't go to time one time in Orlando, so like I played it for Orlando, but it never came up. So I switched it out for the Harpies just because of the Blue Eyes release, and then I play one Metal Tronus. Now this one is also for crossout, like I said. People like I was playing this for crossout, but since people are like all playing Metal Tronus and they're like pretty much all their main decks to stop the detonator or out the detonator, crossout helps with that a lot because like sometimes you just don't even get hand trapped, and sometimes you don't even have to stop their hand trap. Sometimes you just play through it. So you just hold it for their turn, then cross out their Metal Tronus, which is really, really, really strong. That's like it's like when you do that, you just auto win on the spot. So
Oh,
because
absolutely.
like it's not like they can use another one. It's not like you negated the activation. You just like if they open another one, like they're just not using it either.
Yeah.
So
That's
you
very.
just win right there.
Yeah, the Metal Tronus, I know I was main decking it because Detonator is a very, very, very strong card. Um,
Right.
and outside of that, like in the side deck, I am a personal firm believer if Droll's not somewhere in your deck list, like in any capacity, you're trolling because Mermail is popular, Mitsu Ryzeal is popular, and those decks will just FTK you if you don't have the Droll or enough interruption
Right.
outside of it. So,
Right, and you need the hand traps, right? But like Droll is a good card and all, but there are other ways to mitigate those decks too. Like I said, like Perulia is really good against both of those decks you just mentioned. I like Perulia more than Droll. If I liked Droll more, I would cut these two for the Drolls. But I like the Perulia. I like the draw cards.
I mean, we are
So
Yu-Gi-Oh players.
so yeah, the Metal Trost is really good. Also, I set it for going first for crossout, but I also set it going second into the mirror because it's also part of my side pattern. But it's like there's nothing wrong with stopping detonator in the mirror.
Yeah,
Also, it comes up where you could Metal Tronus on like Lacrima. Like a lot of times they'll go Requiem for Lacrima. Like they'll do the Requiem into Lacrima play, and like on my turn, and then you could just like if you could already deal with the detonator, you could just like chain Metal Tronus onto the
Lacrima.
onto the Lacrima, and you could summon your own Lacrima or Engraver from your deck to get to Requiem and stuff. So it kind of like gets you to Engine and stops their trap, like their Fiendsmith in Paradise. It stops them from getting to that
Yeah,
to
which
interrupt
is
you. So
huge.
right. So it's really good in the mirror match and like into Peer Ryzeal as well. So I started going second into those decks. So for the extra deck, it's also really standard. I don't think there's anything. There's only, everything but one card is like standard. So I play one Desiree. I didn't really organize this extra deck. I'm sorry. So I play for
You're
the
good.
fusions. I play one Desiree and one Necroquip. Obviously, for the synchro, I play Chaos Angel because it comes up in weird scenarios and it's solid. Also, um,
Really
he's just like
hard.
very good in like awkward scenarios and like kind of like getting you like if you're playing from behind, you can come back with it. Also, it's just base to summon. I love summoning Chaos
Also in the
Angel.
mirror, like the only out being Imperm or Talent is like really, really strong. I've
People
seen.
don't know though. People don't know that there's like you could actually out it with Ogden Day, the Light and Dark Chaos Angel,
How,
because it gets so big. It gets so big, you just beat over it multiple turns, and if you switch it to defense, it does piercing
yeah,
because of Ogden Day.
that's fair. I just remember seeing a wet noodle fight with two light dark chaos angels once. I was just like, well, this looks like a fun time.
That is funny. So yeah, Chaos Angel's good. I wouldn't cut it. I played the Dweller for obvious reasons. I played DDD for obvious reasons. Eclipse Twins, Aggregator, two Detonator, one Duo for obvious reasons. And then the one that people are back and forth on is I actually don't play Exciton Knight. I play Typhon over it. I think that Typhon comes up and like Exciton doesn't like win you the game. I think against Blue Eyes it is really good. Don't get me wrong, but I think that you can like you don't need Exciton Knight to win those games. You could win. You could just make Detonator over the Exciton and win the game against Blue Eyes. A lot of times I do make detonator going second. When Exciton does come up, I just make the detonator instead, and it kind of like eats away the board the same way while being able to keep your damage, like being able to attack for
Yeah,
damage that turn. I mean that's not like super important, but yeah, like it does the same thing. But nonetheless, Sky Crisis comes up in like weird scenarios, and like once in a while, you'll run into a game where you're not supposed to win, and you'll end up winning because you played Typhon. And I think you could say the same thing for Exciton. Um, However, I've seen Typhon come up multiple times, and like Exciton really just doesn't come up for me. And with my theory of the deck being that I'm going to try and hand trap my opponent out of the game, I'm not trying to let them set up a damn thing. So Exciton Knight doesn't serve like for my deck a purpose in that regard. So that's why I don't play Exciton and I play Typhon over that. So that's like the only quote unquote weird
tech
one in the extra
card.
deck, I
Yeah,
guess. Right. That's the flex spot, right? And then I play. Some people play the second Requiem. Some people play SP Little Knight. Those cards don't come up for me as much. I think second Requiem is nice and all, but at least in Orlando, people were like catching on to the second Requiem, so people were just bestuling the Lacrima instead. So that was just as bad, and then the second Requiem was just pointless.
yeah,
So, um, yeah, I didn't play the second Requiem.
nice.
Lastly, I play Ogden Day for going for game. I found a line you can actually, if with one normal summon ice, if you just normal summon ice with if and you play this Ogden Day card, you can actually go for game under D barrier. So I
Damn.
found out how to, yeah, with one normal summon ice and they D barrier you and they like don't interrupt you any other way. You can just game them under D barrier,
Yeah,
which is cool.
yeah. Mind you,
Uh,
if you ran Exciton Knight, you probably wouldn't have.
right. So I play Requiem, one Sequence, and one Moon to bridge your into your Fiendsmith,
Yeah.
and that is the deck list.
Yeah, very nice, very nice, very nice. Um, the only thing I do also want to mention about Typhon, and the reason why I really like that you're running Typhon is it's another good card for the mirror, right? Because it turns off
Right.
Detonator, which is like
hmm
huge, and then if your opponent doesn't have an answer for it, you just bounce the Detonator, and then Detonator's
Right.
dealt
Like
with.
say if you open like say like multiple hand traps, you stop their duo drive, and like even if you brick, right? Like if you open six hand traps, you stop their duo drive, you stop their Fiendsmith cards, and then all they end on is Detonator and like a follow up piece, right? Like in that scenario, they'd have Detonator with like an ice in hand for follow up, and maybe another hand trap in their hand or two. You could like say use 2 of your hand traps. Now you have 4 cards, and then you can like normal summon a hand trap, make the Typhon, bounce the detonator, attack for like poke for 29, put them on a clock, and then you have like 2 or 3 more hand traps in your hand to try to stop their follow up plays, and then just try to like beat them down with the Typhon. Like those games are the ones that like you're not supposed to win, but you can win because you play Typhon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Um,
So
but yeah, outside of the deck list, how were the matchups and everything?
matchups were good. I'll run through a quick one. I played Exodia round one. I played Here Ryzeal round two. I played Mitsu Ryzeal round three, which was my only loss. Um, round four, I played Sword Soul. Round five, I played Mermail. Round six, I played Malice. And then top eight, I played White Forest. And then top four, I played Malice. And then the finals was also Malice. My loss to Mitsu Ryzeal, shout out to Jeff and everything, like great game or whatever. I won the dice roll, the first dice roll of the day. I won. I looked at my hand, I looked at him, and I said, pass turn. So that's how that game one went. I won game two, and then game three. I didn't open great. I'm not going to complain. It was a hand. It was playable. I was going to play it out regardless. Um, he ended up thrust setting Mischief of the Gnomes, which was
Yeah.
pretty good. Because I tried to hand trap him. Like I hand trapped him out of getting to Mitsu engine, and then he ended on like the field spell, like the cross detonator board, and then used thrust to set gnomes, and then he also had a set judgment. So like I just wasn't able to win.
Yeah.
I got past that turn, but then he started his turn with normal summon ice, and that
GG's
was
at
just
that
the game.
point. Yeah.
So right, exactly.
Very much congratulations, not only on this and on the Orlando top, of course, as well. And
Oh, thanks.
any shoutouts you'd like to make?
Yeah, sure. I don't have like a huge amount. I mean, I have to shout out my buddy Michael Wisniewski. Yeah, I'm sure you know who he is. Wiz,
He
Prophecy Wiz,
Lancia looped
etc.
me immediately after I lost the mirror.
That's hilarious. But yeah, shout out to him. We talk for hours on end, like throughout the week. And like we test a lot together and etc. Like stuff like that. So shout out to him. Shout out to all my homies that I hang out with. Um, that we like test together and stuff. And shout out Buffalo community. Shout out Angelo for hosting the best tournaments. I love the store,
Yeah.
and he does such a good job with it. Um, yeah, that's really about it.
All right. Yeah. We all love AJ and Millennium Games in this house in
Of
this
course, he's the
household.
goat.
He's the goat.
He's the goat.
But yeah, thanks again for coming on. I really do appreciate it. And for everyone watching, don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. And have a good rest of your day.